Hi, and welcome to History 203. I'm your instructor, Liz Mayerich, and I wanted to throw this video out there so you guys could get more of an idea of who I am and how I think the class is going to go, how I hope the class is going to go. I know sometimes in online classes things can get a little impersonal, so I'm trying to mix that up a little bit. Like I said, my name is Liz Mayerich. I've been teaching for a few years now. I love teaching history. I love teaching at Parkland. I have a lot of fun with it. You guys in general are pretty good students. So let's see, I really love politics. I love European history, so we're moving away from that a little bit with the women's history class. But I still think that it's really important to study all different variations of history. Let me tell you a little bit about my personal philosophy of history first off. You will not memorize any dates in my class. I do not think that that is a good way to learn history. It's important, though, to know the order that things happened in. So, first Columbus came to America, and then the British established colonies. That sort of thing. That's valuable to know. When specifically it happened, not always the most useful thing. I really want you guys to come away from this class with an understanding of how the cause and effect works in American history and in the history of women. There are a lot of different processes going on that we're going to be studying, and the way that those processes affect later events is a lot more interesting and will be more useful to you outside of the class. It's also really important, especially in a class like this, for you to understand that history, a lot of history is interpretation. There are things that we say we know about history, the specific year a president was elected, that sort of thing. But a lot more of it, and especially a lot of the stuff we'll be dealing with in this class, is things that we had to guess at. The way that a woman lived her life 100 years ago, 200 years ago, we don't have excessive documentation for that. So a lot of what we say about that time is stuff that we've kind of guessed at. Some historians wouldn't really tell it to you that way, but I think it's kind of the simplest way to summarize it. In essence, there are also a lot of parts of history that it's impossible to understand while you're living through them. So even if we go back to the time and read somebody's diary, the woman who's writing the diary isn't going to have a complete understanding of what everything in her life means. If you take some recent examples, in 2003, people were generally, most Americans were in favor of the Iraq War, and today most Americans oppose it. In 2005, the American economy was doing very well, and most people thought it would continue to do so. Now we know that that is not the case, and that back in 2005, when they thought everything was fine, there were a lot of things undermining the American economy and leading to the current recession. So it's stuff like that. Even in the moment, people don't completely understand where things are going. So a lot of it is our interpretation. And with that in mind, I'm going to ask you guys, and you're going to ask each other, a lot of opinion questions. What would you do if you were in this situation? Or why do you think this is important? Why do you think somebody acted this way? Those questions will help you get into the shoes of the people we're studying. And hopefully you guys will find that pretty interesting too. Another point I'd like to make, I think the first chapter of the textbook makes this point very well, but it's something to keep in mind, is that there is a vast difference between the experiences of different women, even at the same time. In chapter 1, they talk about how different Native American cultures, different European groups, different African groups all had different expectations of women, different roles for women, and that's even true today. I think that all of us in this class, if we were to really sit out and write out what women are supposed to do in 2012, I think we would all have different ideas. Those are going to be based on whether or not you're a parent, whether you have a job, or whether you're just a student, unemployed. It's going to have to do with the way that you were raised. A lot of differences, even among, Americans in this century, or, this year, this decade. Those differences existed sometimes on much larger scales in the past. Today we have things like the internet, we have television to tell us how our culture is supposed to act, that kind of unifies things. And they did not have that in the 1600s. So that's something I want you guys to really, really focus on, is how you can't say women in 1910 acted this way, did these things, had these experiences, because it's so different depending on the race of the woman in question, the economic status of the woman in question, just really, really vast differences there. So that's basically what I have to say, kind of setting up the history, the historical approach we have. I want to just quickly go over how the discussion boards are going to work so that you guys are prepared to jump right into those. You're required to post 3 times per chapter, and there's 1 discussion board per chapter. Your first post will be to ask a question, an open-ended question that your classmates can come in with their opinions on and present those opinions. In the discussion board for the first chapter, I have some ideas to get you started to help you choose your first question. Your second post is your response to one of the questions. You can respond to me, or you can respond to any of your classmates. It doesn't matter to me if you like my question, if you don't like my question. Any question that you think is interesting. This response needs to be about a paragraph long, about 4 sentences or so. You can go longer, please don't go too much shorter. I really want you to think about it. I want you to give some detail, give some historical background to support your argument. Your third post is a response to another response. So if you ask a question and somebody responds to your question, you can respond to them. You can also just pick any random response from another student, not at random hopefully, that you found particularly thought-provoking, and respond to them. If you say something like, "me too," or "I agree with everything you said," no points. It's got to be a paragraph. It's got to have some meat to it, just like your original response did. I want to really get your opinion. I want you to really present historical facts to back this up. I really want you writing and thinking about what you're saying. So, if you guys have any questions, my email is emayerich@parkland.edu. That's E-M-A-Y-E-R-I-C-H. This is really not the best format for this. You can find my email all over the website. You can also email me through Angel in the Communicate tab. If you guys have questions about any aspect of the class, please feel free to ask. I am here for you. I want you to love this class, and I want you to get a really good grade. And I hope that that's your goal too. Once again, any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, contact me through Angel, and I look forward to a great semester with you.